Joker. And Josh went out and Jeremy went out. Josh had been going all in on Steven, as well as Jeremy was doing the same kind of plan.
And also, Steven and I figured out something with the silver screen. Well, he did the lion's share of it, but I'm in the know now, so, you know. I agreed and assessed the situation further with him.
What do you think the silver screen is?
The silver screen, I think, goes to the person or people who earned the most money in the previous round. So we did some tracking, and like this round we all got it because it was all group tasks last time, so we all earned the same amount of money. The blue team, for instance, in round 2, that was a group round, they all earned the same amount of money. Joel probably got it so many times because in round 1, like we had the magical eggs thing, he probably just had the most money in his egg.
But morning surprise, I got to see the silver screen. It only took into the 3rd day for me to see it, and by gosh, it was just as incomprehensible as I ever imagined to be. I didn't even, like, apparently it was like some sort of famous rapper on the vote, and everyone's like, oh, it's such and such. I'm like, dude, I just don't know. There's a Bible quote from 1 Samuel. There's a TED Talk by a person or topic I have no idea what's about. So, super informative. I realized that Josh walked out of the game with information about his silver screen without ever sharing it, at least to me. So there's a nice blank point. So I don't know how much it's worth dwelling on it. I think people are lightly saying, is it clues to the mole? Is it clues to the round? I don't know.
So when we get to the double elimination, I learned that Jeremy goes home. And I learned that Josh goes home. And this is terrible for me because Jeremy and Josh were the only 2 people other than Sabrina that have been giving me information at all, that have been working with at all in this game. I know why Josh leaves, because he freaking didn't listen to me. Good job, Josh. And then Jeremy, I think that he split a little bit too much on, and I played a Joker and he just got a little bit unlucky there. I think I eked out surviving, and that's when Sabrina and I started to figure out who the mole actually is.
Yes. The end of the road.
Alright, we are in the paranormal round, and this mission is called How to Save a Life.
And immediately, I'm sitting here thinking, black people don't play with ghosts, so I don't want to do this mission.
AKA How to Save a Roach.
Oh, my girl.
Forget the rest of people dead. We only care about one person here. My girl Roach is dead. He is supposed to be my co-pilot for All Stars, so I really need her back. And I tried to revive her, but I ended up summoning a spirit into the bathroom downstairs. It does have 7 riddles for you guys. Force, I punched out fate, grabbing victims, proclaiming might, physically joining with a single bite. What happened?
So basically, Carlo was dabbling in the dark arts and figured out a way to bring back Roach the Roach from the dead, but we have to help out with solving some riddles. So there was a spirit in the bathroom on the mirror, and I brought my rosary with me so I can keep myself safe from the spirits. To help protect me.
A stapler.
Correct. 2 in a corner, 1 in a room, 0 in a house, but 1 in a shelter.
Is it a wall?
That is incorrect.
And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. And I ran back upstairs. As soon as I said my riddle to everybody else, they're like, oh, it's an R. I'm like, a ark? Like Noah's Ark? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, no, the letter R. And I'm like, oh shit, how? You're right. Okay, smart y'all.
The letter R.
Correct. It stalks the countryside with ears that cannot hear. What is it?
Stalks the countryside with
Ears that cannot hear.
corn.
Correct.
Oh wow. You know, a roach doesn't look healthy.
I don't have eyes, but once I did see. Once I had thoughts, but now I'm white and empty. What am I? I don't have eyes, but once I did see. Once I had thoughts, but now I'm white and empty. I don't have eyes, but once I did see. Once I had thoughts, but now I'm white and empty.
Is it brain?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Once I had thoughts, but now I'm white and empty.
What? Oh, he didn't say that.
I don't have eyes, but once I did see. Once I had thoughts, now I'm white and empty.
I'm just going with what came up with a dead body.
Incorrect.
Yeah. One thing that was really suspicious to me in this round, whenever Steven came and got his riddle, and he came back up, he said that the clue has something to do. I had eyes, but now I can't see. I once had thoughts, but now I'm empty. And immediately our heads was just like, what is going on? Like, we started thinking of different things. And I was like, okay, I guess I can go down and say what everybody think it is, which is a dead body. I go downstairs, and he's missing a few words from the riddle. Like, had he said the actual riddle, we probably would have got it. But when I went back up there, he knew exactly what the answer was. I'm just like, how did you know that and you leaving out words?
And then when Carlo told us what the riddle was, we had the right guess, but we never got to circle back around to it. But we would have gotten it if somebody said like that the thing was white. They kept saying blank as opposed to white. And it talked about how once it was empty, it turned white. So the skull is white. So I don't know.
Do you think one of them was being shady?
Possibly, because they weren't long riddles. They're like, how do you expect me to remember a long riddle? But they weren't that long. They were 2 sentences. My first graders can remember 2 damn sentences. And it just seems very sketchy that 2 people got the same riddle, but both came back with the same missing bit of information, but they had a piece of it. It was like twisted in a way that threw us off.
What room do ghosts avoid?
I have no idea. The bedroom, I have no idea.
And what room do ghosts avoid?
The chapel.
That is incorrect.
Oh, darn. But Nathan, like, I should maybe center more of my thoughts on him and like why I have thought it's him this whole time. He has this way of being low-key abrasive at moments. Like, he likes it when drama happens, but he doesn't like to like escalate it massively, except there's one exception to that. But generally he'll put in a little snide quip here and there to like make other people look shady. He's done that with me a few times. Like for instance today, he out of nowhere said, "You gave us the wrong riddle," when no I didn't. I mean, I literally messed up one word of it, but he didn't even know that at the time. His initial thought was, "You gave us the wrong riddle because you want to look suspicious," which was entirely not the case.
Alive without breath, and cold as death.
Cold as death.
I am never thirsty,
Never thirsty.
but always drinking.
Always drinking. Alive.
Cold as death.
Never thirsty.
I have no idea. Ice.
Okay, second person for this question will be out.
Yes, okay.
I am alive without breath and cold as death. I am never thirsty, but always drinking. What am I?
Like a stream or a river?
Incorrect.
God damn it.
And this time.
Roach. No!
Roach the Roach, reincarnated as a spooky ghost, it's probably her true self. Actually, she's a zombie now, so I'll let Carla deal with that for future issues. But we stuck to the riddles. I kept, well, let's be honest, I was throwing the challenge because I want people to suspect both Jamie and me. Like, our goal is to have them keep focusing on us. So I made sure, like, the first riddle I pretty sure was skull, so I threw out brain instead, walked up, gave the riddle. Everyone, I would have thought people knew in a heartbeat. Like, Sabrina and Nathan, the real champions, are like nothing for them.
Josh did this weird thing where we were asking him questions about the last quiz, where he said he went in on Steven. One of the questions was, what is the most zodiac? And he said he chose Sagittarius. And the only Sagittarius is Nathan. And then he said for where does the mole live, he put North Carolina. Baby, that's me and Katie. It's not adding up. Nothing is really adding up with him.
I have mathematically eliminated Joel as an option. This entire game, I have been doing tallies of my quizzes. Tallies of all their people's quiz results that I've gotten. I've figured out which answers go with which person. And systematically, round by round, I have started to eliminate every single person, like all the people who I didn't think. So, round whatever, I got found out Josh was definitely not the person because I put 0 on Josh. So, it couldn't have been him.
Happy holidays, guys! Yay! Welcome to our little holiday party. I got some presents for you guys. Yay! Oh, really? Yeah, oh my gosh. I didn't wrap them because I'm a little bit lazy. But here's a present for you.
Thank you!
And here's a present for you.
Thank you.
And here's a present for you.
Yay!
How would you like them?
Yay!
Oh, you know what? We can decorate. You guys want to decorate? Can you guys hang up these Christmas lights around, please?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. I can.
Oh no, I can just decorate this. We're having a holiday party.
This is
Holidays party. I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret.
Okay.
We're gonna have about 10 minutes for this next mission. Their time is about to start very shortly. But there's $40 that you can find somewhere. Okay. But you know what? I think I have some Christmas stories that you guys can read. And you guys can go ahead and do whatever you want. I'd love to hear some Christmas stories, though.
Oh my god.
Ambiance.
I'd love to hear these Christmas stories you guys are reading.
I wanna hear it.
Let's have like a little.
I want to hear.
Once upon a time, most terribly dirty it was, it rained, it was nearly quite dark, at evening, the last evening of the game.
I only used the lighter from Stacy's bra.
Has time already started?
Yeah, time started.
Okay, we need to get moving.
Can we leave the room with our stories?
Yes, but I advise reading your stories in here.
It warms so delightfully. The girl is warm, blah, blah, blah. She rubbed another against the wall. Matches happened.
Now the stars of heaven, one pulled down, tomorrow will on fire. Someone was just excused, this is a little girl, with her mother.
The beard of his chin was as white as the snow. Who has a white beard? Snow. Imagine if Jeremy had it. Snow, does anyone have cocaine?
Jesus.
Down with a thistle.
I don't think it's here.
A goose, the rarest of all birds, a feathered phenomenon to which a black swan was a matter of course, and in truth it was something very like it in that house. From the kitchen and round the hearth in what Bob Cratchit called the circle, meaning half a one, and at Bob Cratchit's elbow stood the family display of glasses. And we had 10 minutes. In my head, I'm like, 10 minutes to read all of this? That's not happening. I'm just gonna go ahead and search. Ashes is a bundle of money he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
And soot, a bundle of money had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and it smoked and encircled his head like a wreath. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Mary sabotaged all, and to all a good fright. I'm still thinking the fright, everything for the fright round happened in the bathroom.
I would done it, but somebody's using the bathroom.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. All right.
He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot. Was Carlo wearing a fur coat?
Is there a bear in there?
Yeah, what's Carlo?
You need to find Carlo?
And his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of money he had flung on his back.
What? White snow.
By the snow?
White snow. Ah, I do like the snow. Very much so love the snow.
We all.
Can somebody else read me Katie's story? Maybe Katie's not doing it right.
Sure.
Oh my god. I'm a first grade teacher, I can read a damn story.
The middle part, almost at the end.
This was one of the answers for the quiz of that other competition, and it was shoved under.
I just looked it up that
Yeah, so this was the mole like
Like
sabotaged
during
her.
my head and was turning around down the chimney, the mole came with
There's
a
two
bag.
answers actually.
He was dressed.
Lifted up the cushion underneath the lights where they were hanging on the propeller, and there was something about the Victory House Mole 2022, I think, like another article. I don't remember seeing in the article round. Can't remember if it was an article that was actually in there because I was so focused on the Marvel article to answer the question that was out there. I only saw like 4 of the total articles that Michelle was like going through, so I don't know if maybe that one was just slid under there by accident or if it's an actual clue, and if it is, Nathan ran off with it, so.
Katie turns up a couch cushion, and what do we find underneath the couch cushion? It's a newsletter from our sci-fi time warp competition with information on 2 of the questions that we did not get the information for. Now, I grabbed this and pocketed this because this is important information. I did not see this. I did not see anything with big writing like this. So I knew it had been hidden.
From his head to his butt.
White snow.
By the snow?
White snow. Ah, snow. I do like the snow. Very much so love the snow.
We all.
I don't like snow.
Unfortunately, you guys did not find the money.
No.
I gave you some advice to read the stories out loud and pay attention. You might have, if you were paying attention when people said words like, I don't know, snow or kitchen or ice, you might have noticed something happening in the room.
The lights changed.
What word?
Ice? What?
Snow, kitchen, and ice. Every time you said those words, it turned green.
Oh. Snow.
So unfortunately, you did not find the money and you were unsuccessful in this task. Yeah.
But even if we saw that, where would the money have been?
freezer? It is in the freezer, yes.
Oh.
So that sucked. The fact that we couldn't see lights changing behind us, and the fact that not everybody stayed in the room and listened to people saying, hear all of the stories. I caught like the pots and pans and all the cooking stuff from like I think it was the Bob Cratchit story. And so I was like, okay, pots and pans, something in the kitchen, but then it never connected that cold and snow was an ice chest, I guess. I don't know.
You get tunnel vision, you get so focused on what's in front of you, the person reading, like Ben giving hints, it's just like, I really like that line. You're like, snow? She's like, yeah, snow. And like, none of us are seeing like the giant blinking lights in the background. So like, that's just on us. I think we all collectively feel stupid.
I guess the mole did really good in sabotaging that one because had us all confused.
We had on chill yesterday.
That was Jeremy. That was Jeremy. Not us.
So funny.
No.
I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm scared for Jamie. My gosh, like if we're on the right track, we are in the finals, and it's just us two racing for the finish. And if we're wrong, we're going out back to back today. And if something, but like, I don't know. We talked at breakfast today, and you said, our goals this round is to tell every person we're gunning for each other. So I want to talk to everyone and say, hey, I'm all in on Jamie this round. That's what I did last round. I need Jamie to go. People say I'm all in on Steven. That's what I did last round. Our goal is to try to sort of confusion because I think everyone is looking at the two of us. And while our true plan is we're all in on Nate. That's what we did last round. That's what we're going to keep on doing because he is our prime suspect.
So it's not me. I trust Steven too much. Katie is just a ball of nerves and I love her. She's so sweet. She deserves an Academy Award if she's the mole. Like, absolutely. Joel, I've tracked. I think he's brought in some of the most money this game. And then Sabrina is too gung-ho in most of the assignments. And most of the time when she takes like a lead role, we're successful.
After seeing some of the silver screen things, it doesn't help me narrow down my final two because I think I'm possibly overthinking the clues in the silver screen of who could go to which one. Biggie and Puff Daddy's Hypnotize was on. Biggie, he doesn't like bigots. And then a TED Talk. They are in charge of, they do therapy for trans adults. So in the TED Talk, there was somebody giving a talk to a room full of adults. I don't know, because then if I'm thinking about that, in one of the silver screens I saw, there were zombies from The Walking Dead, but on The Walking Dead, they don't call them zombies, they call them walkers. And Steven's pet peeve is slow walkers. And that's exactly what zombies are. They're slow walkers. So I'm like, there's clues that I'm like, I might be overthinking it. But my entire time, I told myself, go with my gut, because that's what I failed to do the first time.
And what's your gut saying?
I think I'm just going to do what I've been doing this entire time. And just go with my gut. And if it gets me out, hopefully somebody I like wins, because I would hate for, I'm not going to say no names, but I would hate for you to win. And you know who you are.
Or something. I found this clue to say that there's something that would be helpful in my test on the mole. Look closely when you take your next quiz. It's small and it will be hard to miss, but it will be of great value to you in your next mission.
Nathan found a encrypted note. So it was like a typed out typewriter, like coded message. He found it in the cabinet next to the couches, like in the corner where the two couches meet. There was a standing cabinet and he found it in that cabinet. And he told me he found it during the last mission where we're trying to look for the money. So he found it and showed it to me, and then we decoded it together. And it was something along the lines of, you'll find something right before your next quiz to help you figure out who the mole is. And it said, be quick. And I'm like, okay.
I didn't want to go out this game still having something that I bought from Spy Supply. But regardless, I think what I'm trying to focus on is overall, it's just a game. And I need to be proud of myself for how hard that I've fought and for how much growth I've had in like just between 2 seasons. I'm gonna be happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I made it this far. Because we did knock out some very strong players. So whatever's gonna be is gonna be. I just have to do my best now and hope that's enough.
I had to get my good luck charm before the quiz because I've worn it at every single one. So
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's an amethyst tree of life. So let's hopefully it brings me some luck and wisdom. Now I'm trying to suss out, like, have I been right all along in my conclusion, or have I just narrowly skated by again and again and again? For worry of embarrassing myself, which could happen, I'm still gonna trust my gut, and this time, for the first time in the game, with it being a double, I'm gonna put all of my questions on Nathan.
At this point, I've zeroed in who I think the mole is. And I have a feeling that's going to come down mostly to time as being the factor for who goes home this round, especially since it's a double execution.
Coming into this game, I really just wanted to make it past the 4th round and to make it past a double, because I knew a double was coming. And to make it past the 4th round that was a double, was an accomplishment. So if I go out this final round, I'm gonna be so proud of myself and how I played, because I really didn't like follow what other people were saying. I did what I thought was right. I'm proud of myself. I can't like be sad about it. I'm not nervous anymore, you guys. I'm not gonna hide no hoodie. I'm just gonna take it like a champ. If you see me in the finale, be rooting for me, because I got this in the bag.
Prepping for the quiz, you know, at this point it's like not even much need to like hash out tables of who you think it is, because I think we're all likely going hard on a person. I know I'm going hard on a person, so it's just like trying to figure out the questions, trying to preempt what can come, and you know, biographical information. I spent a lot of time this morning like going and consolidating my notes with like my dossier of everything Nathan has done all game long. So like every step in movies made from round 2 to round 1 to round now.
This might be just useless at this point, but it's good.
So like I would 100% leave if it's Steven, because I'm not putting all my questions on him. If it's Nathan, I will absolutely be moving forward. If everyone is wrong, it's a crapshoot. So, you know, I guess may the odds be ever in my favor, but it's absolutely been a positive experience for me, because, you know, I've gotten to experience almost the entire game. There's only the final round left, so like even if I left now, I've done almost everything that there is to do. So that's cool, like for my first live game, like making it so far. I feel good about that. I feel like if I did leave here, if I were wrong, like I would be a bit rattled, but I would also feel very proud of the work that I did put in.
Congratulations on making the final 6. In a moment, I will be entering your names into the computer. 2 of you will be getting executed this round. All right. Katie, we will start with you. You started as the treasure in this game. Okay, you started as a treasure in this game and have maintained the money the entire time, keeping track of the pot, and I don't think you've lost any of it. You are a returning player going from first boot in the very first season to making it to the final 6. We're about to find out if you're going to make it to the finale. Katie, are you ready?
You did so good.
Yes, Katie.
Keep a cow.
Yeah. Still have one more execution hit, bro.
I'm Steven, bro.
Steven? We will go ahead and... Are you okay, Steven? Okay, Steven, we're about to find out if you've made it to the finale. Jamie, we'll go with you next. Jamie, are you ready to find out if you made it to the finale? Okay, here we go. Jamie and Steven have both made it to the final four. We have 2 more spots left, and we have Sabrina, Nathan, and Joel left to see the results. We'll go ahead and go with Joel next. Joel, are you ready to see your results? I'll wait till you're ready. Okay.
My partner's the shit. He's got some very stable hands.
And she's very smart. So perfect duo right here.
I'm about to jump in this lake, but I think the more concerning thing is, why do fishermen need camo? Why?
One.